Can you hear me? Saying to rotate device again. I don't want to. Saying I have to rotate my device again. Oh, it's frustrating. I don't have a way to set you guys up for this. Let's see. Can I do it? Oh. Okay, well, it's still not working the way I want it to. I can't have you that far away then. Not work that way. Okay, you can see me, at least. Can everybody hear me okay? YouTube is frustrating. Wish I could just get it to stream the way I want. But it's gotta be this way, apparently. Oh, it's hot in here. Say hi, whoever's here. I'm already cooking because I realized it was going to take way too long to cook everything in, less than an hour. I don't want to keep you guys here over an hour. So, I already got my wings in my new foodie. Check it out. Whoa! Rotate. It's my new foodie. It definitely heats up the kitchen a lot less. Hi, Mary D. I am going to try to write a recipe for you guys because I never measure anything. But for my wings, I'm going to make a peanut sauce to coat our wings. So, welcome to Buffalo. We make wings. They're not buffalo wings. They're just chicken wings to us. But I'm going to switch it up. Instead of using Frank's hot sauce and butter, I'm going to make a Thai peanut sauce. It's going to be so good. So that was the first 20 minutes on my foodie. I got to flip my wings and put it on for another 20 minutes. You film me?
You want me to pull it back because your head's cut off?
What? How's my head cut off? It's not cut off in here. You gotta turn it.
Why is it buffering?
I don't know.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
My head's not cut off.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's the way I had it for some reason.
Okay. So I gotta flip my wings and give them another 20 minutes.
My head's not cut off.
You gonna help? No? Ugh. See if you can see this. So I just got this, a couple days ago, but I wanted it to not heat up my kitchen because we don't have AC. So that is the first 20 minutes. They're still pretty soft though. I think I'm going to give it another 10 minutes on this side. This is the more skin side of it. So I think I'm going to go a little bit longer. This is the air fry basket that it comes with. But you need to have a sheet tray underneath it to catch all the drippings. So I'm going to set it now for another 10 minutes. Still getting used to this thing. I've only used it once. And I made a keto cheesecake in it this afternoon. To see how it turns out once I cut into it. It's cooling in the fridge right now. But it's a test for another video that's coming out. But I wanted to make a Thai peanut sauce. And the reason I thought about this is because at work I made a quick peanut sauce to dip like chicken skewers in, and someone mentioned chicken wing, Thai peanut chicken wings. I'm like, ooh, that sounds really good. I kind of want to make that. So I thought, why not do it live? Because I wanted to cook chicken wings anyways today, and I have keto pizza and regular pizza for my boyfriend that we're going to cook in the Ninja Foodie also. So, pizza and wing party tonight. But I have a half a cup of natural peanut butter here. I use this brand. I just found it at Walmart. The only ingredients are peanuts. There's no salt, no nothing in it. So, and if you're staying away from peanuts on keto, which some people say peanuts aren't keto, you can also use almond butter for this. It would be delicious. Now, I'm going to measure everything because I never measure anything, and when I made it at work, I just threw splashes of things in there. So I'm going to measure and write it down so that you guys can have a recipe for yourself to make. I'm starting with tamari, which I prefer this because there's no gluten in it, but if you're also staying away from soy, you can do coconut aminos. I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. At work, I made a big batch, like 3 or 4 times this. So I'm trying to remember kind of how much of everything I put in. I just did splashes of everything though. So I started with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. So I'm going to write that down. I have like a list of my ingredients. I'm just going to go in and add the amounts that I'm adding as I go. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Start there. And then rice wine vinegar. You gotta make sure you get the one that has 0 carbs. There is a seasoned rice vinegar that you can buy, and it has a lot of sugar in it. You don't want that one. I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Now, I haven't made this at home at all, so this is seeing it live here first. I just dump things at work to make sauces. But I wanted something different for my chicken wings, because I always do. I mean, living in Buffalo, literally that's all we ever have is just Frank's hot sauce. Sometimes you get a garlic parmesan wing or something, but nothing too crazy out of the ordinary. We're going to do some sriracha. I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon. You can also just do red pepper flakes for heat. I'm definitely going to need some more stuff in here because it's really thick now. Started off thin. And then peanut sauce always has some kind of sugar in it. I looked up a couple recipes before I started to kind of see what other people do because I've never looked up a peanut sauce recipe. But they all have like maple syrup or honey or sugar. So I'm going to start with a half a tablespoon of golden monk fruit sweetener. Keep forgetting to write it down. I'm going to end up forgetting what I put in. 2 tablespoons. That's the chef. It's just never remember. Just pour until it tastes good. We'll do a tablespoon of sesame oil. It didn't get thick on me when I did it at work, so I'm wondering if it was the stuff we have at work. I didn't even want to eat the peanut sauce at all or even taste it because it was literally just hydrogenated oil and corn syrup, and oh, it was so gross. I'm like, I don't want to taste this. I did, of course, taste it for seasoning and everything, but yeah, not very good. I'm going to taste a little bit of this just to see if I can add more soy sauce. You don't want to add too much soy sauce because that adds too much salt. But I think we're good. So I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of the tamari. Do I have a tablespoon left? Barely. I I added something else. What did I add? Sesame oil? 1 tablespoon. The golden monk fruit, I did a 1/2 tablespoon. Probably gonna add more rice wine vinegar. That's what I did for the one at work. I just kept dumping rice wine vinegar until it was the consistency I wanted. And then adjusted the rest of the seasonings to taste. Rice wine vinegar doesn't have too much of a strong, it's not strong sugary, it's not salty. It's just like a neutral, vinegar. A couple more tablespoons. One recipe I did see said add hot water, which if you have like a really thick peanut butter, you might need to do that. Mine wasn't that thick. It just got thick when I started adding soy sauce to it. But you want it to coat the wings nicely, so you don't want it too runny, but you don't want it too thick. I might end up adding, if I get it to taste good, I might just add a little bit of water to thin it out. But it's getting to the point where it's thinning up a little bit. There's no hydrogenated oil in there. It's probably going to separate on me. That is tasty already, though. Definitely could use a little bit more heat. I'm going to do another teaspoon of sriracha. Don't forget to write it down. The sriracha is almost a taste, though. I mean, if you like things really spicy, I'm sure my boyfriend will add a lot more hot sauce to his wings. Pretty yummy. I'm going to add in, it's not super sesame forward, so I'm going to add in another tablespoon of sesame oil. You can also use some tahini in this if you want, which I do have some. I just thought, I have this really good pure sesame oil. I usually get the toasted. I don't know why I didn't grab the toasted this time, but might just heat this up a little bit and see if I can get it the right consistency. Just adding the cold sriracha and stuff to it. It's pretty yummy. Oh, I forgot to grab paper towels. I don't have any paper towels. Crazy how different it is just with chemicals in it, because there's no preservatives or hydrogenated oil. It doesn't keep your peanut butter together. That's what happens when you don't test stuff beforehand. I literally made this at work doing the exact same thing and it did not separate. I'm going to pop this in the microwave just for like 30 seconds, see if it comes together. Drink some water. It's like 86 degrees in here. Hi, Lori. Good evening to you too. Butterscotch pudding. Ooh. I don't even know how to make butterscotch pudding. I would have to definitely look up a recipe and see if I can make it keto. I know Lily's has butterscotch chips, so maybe I could use that in a way to make butterscotch pudding. I can look into it. Okay, so it's still separated. I'm wondering if I can add a little bit of water and it'll come together. We shall see. My air fryer just went off, so I'm going to try and flip these chicken wings. Ooh, they're getting crispy now. Flip them and do another 20 minutes. Ooh, they stuck kinda. So spray your sheet tray really well with oil. Can I get you over here? So it comes with like a couple different sheet pans and stuff. This one here is like the air frying basket. It's like mesh on the bottom. And they stuck to that. So definitely oil really well. I did spray with avocado oil spray and it's still stuck. This is the roasting tray it comes with. So let's see if they're stuck to that at all. Oh, a little bit. To prepare these wings, I actually patted them dry like 5 hours ago and put them on these trays and set them in the refrigerator. And that gets them really dry on the outside and they get crispier. So another 20 minutes on these guys. I'll try to check those again in like 10 and we'll see how it is. But sorry, my microphone cord is in the way. You guys hear me good? I didn't want to try and get you to hear me like super far away from me, so I put my microphone on above me. I'm going to try to add a little bit of water to this to get it to come together. I was thinking about adding some cream, but I can hear you just fine. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate it. I was worried about you guys being too far away from me, so I hooked up my microphone, but I've never used my microphone with my phone before. Only with my digital camera, my nice camera. So I added 1 tablespoon of water and it came together better. So I'm going to add 1 more because it's getting to look like a sauce. Then we got to just taste it and adjust for if we want a little bit more spicy. If we think it needs some more ginger. Look at that. Nice creamy peanut sauce. Cool. This will coat the wings real nice too. Okay, gotta write that down. 2 tablespoons of water. And that was warm water. Sorry, train going by. It's got a little spice now. I think I could use a little bit more ginger. Grab a new spoon because the other one's wet, so that's not going to help. Another 1/4 teaspoon. Be nice to have fresh ginger in here. These are going to coat really good. Nice and smooth. That is good. Might actually add, there's still not quite enough spice for me. I've been liking things a little bit hotter now these days. And do another teaspoon of sriracha. So you can also just use crushed red pepper. These are going to be some good, messy wings. That's how we like them here. Only having one day off a week, I need to use up stuff that's in my refrigerator. So I had all this stuff in my cupboard already to make a peanut sauce. So I didn't buy anything for this. And I had the wings in my freezer. And I had a keto pizza that I bought that I wanted to try. It's a brand I haven't seen anywhere. No one on YouTube has tried it. I've never even heard of the company. I wanted to try it and see if it was any good. Ooh, that's good. So I'm going to be trying that, but of course, I'm going to doctor it up. I have mozzarella I need to use up. I have pepperoni I need to use up. I had a half a bag of spinach left over from that Thai curry I made that was going bad. So I sauteed that up to put on the pizza. I'm trying to use everything that I have that's going bad in my fridge because I'm never home to cook. Might just add a tiny bit more. I'll write down the sriracha. 1 teaspoon. Tiny bit more tamari. I'm not going to do a whole tablespoon even. Okay, I have a half a tablespoon here. Maybe I'll just do a teaspoon. Just needs a tiny bit more salt. Not a lot. This peanut butter doesn't have any salt in it at all, so plus 1 teaspoon. This is how I cook, but usually I just dump. I don't use spoons. Like the one I made at work, it turned out it was like a little bit too salty when I like poured too much soy sauce in. So I just like dumped more of everything else in. It worked. That is good. I think that's right on. It's sweet, a little salty, a little spicy. Might add 1 more tablespoon of water just to get it a little bit thinner. Just because it's still pretty thick. It's keeping its shape when it like drops back into the bowl. You just add a half for now and see where we're at. You want it to stick, but you don't want it to be gloopy on your wings. So you want it to coat, but not clump up on your wings. There you go. Oh, they add the extra, the other half. Okay, so that's 3 tablespoons of water. Plus 1. There you go. I think that's thick enough. Thick enough and runny enough. That's going to be so good on our wings. Set that aside for now. Clean up some of this stuff. And then I have another wing sauce I'm going to do because I have more stuff I had to use up in my refrigerator. Oh, this is gone. What? This one, this one? These lids are not very... They have like the thing stuck on them still. Done with all this. Did I put down that 1/4 teaspoon of ginger? I didn't. So now you guys will have the recipe. After I get off this live stream and we eat dinner, obviously, I'll fill out the description box below with the recipe. So you guys can have it. If you're doing wings in the oven, they do take about 45 to 60 minutes on like a single rack at like 425. So it like heats up your house like crazy, and it smokes really bad too. So I try not to do wings in the oven. I have just got this, but I also have a Ninja Foodie. That's the I think 9-in-1, the round one that has the lid that pops up. And I like it, but you have to cook in 2 layers to get enough wings, and it's hard to like move the layers out of the way. So that's another reason I bought the oven, because I wanted like the 2 layers. So that's 3 pounds of wings, and I have plenty of room for more. And cook it all at once, and I don't have to worry about rotating racks in there. It's nice. Get all this out of the way. So the other sauce I'm going to make, which I don't have a lot of it, but I have some of the pesto left over from like, I don't know, 4 live streams ago. But it's been sitting in my fridge. There's so much oil in it that it preserves the leaves and everything. So it's basically just going to be coating the chicken wings, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with some pecorino romano that I bought. So I'm going to have that ready in another bowl to toss some wings in. We have about 30 wings, so this will be enough for 15 in each at least. I'm going to have peanut sauce left over. So I might have to figure out another dinner to make with peanut sauce, which I do love. One of my favorite things to get before I went keto was the saucy chicken at this restaurant called Cozy Thai here. And it's delicious, but I know there's a lot of sugar in it. It's basically just a peanut sauce with veggies and chicken over, like, I usually get brown rice. It is so good, and I miss it. So I might use that and make a saucy chicken dish one of these nights. We're definitely not going to need all of this for the recipe. And I bought some really good pecorino romano at Tops. So we're going to coat the wings in the pesto and then sprinkle them with the Parmesan so it'll stick. Very yummy. That goes more with the pizza than the Thai peanut sauce does, but I want to make the Thai peanut sauce really bad. Drink some more water. How hot is it where you guys are right now? It's like 80 degrees here in Buffalo, New York. Whew. What do you guys cook when it's super hot out? Just eat some salads? That'd be my go-to if I wasn't going live and trying to cook stuff I had left over in my fridge. So, and I got another bowl to toss with the peanut sauce. So once those come out of the foodie, I'm just going to dump half in this bowl, half in that bowl. So I definitely don't need all this peanut sauce. So when I put the recipe down there, you can probably cut it in half if you don't want it for a lot of wings. Maybe if you're making like 50 wings, this would be the right amount. So I'm going to have that ready to go and that ready to go. And then we got to top our pizzas and get those cooking. Whew. Anybody have any fun plans for 4th of July? I actually have off and I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to check those wings. They may be... Yeah, it's very humid here in Buffalo, too. 70 in Wisconsin. I wish it was 70. It is supposed to rain the next couple days, so... Ooh, I hear popping. Ooh, we're getting crispy now. Ooh. I'm going to flip them over. I want this skin side to be crispy. So I'm going to flip them. The thing with cooking wings is you never have to worry about them not being cooked, because they're cooked no matter what. If you got crispy outside, you got cooked inside. So These are sticking a little bit, but they are almost done. Ooh, the second shelf looks like it's even more done. Can I get it out? So the air fryer basket definitely works better at crisping. The roasting tray is for like whole chickens and stuff like that, or pork loins, or prime rib, which I will definitely make a prime rib in here. Oh, I will call you, Matt. I actually texted Christina today and she didn't answer me. I'll put these back in for like 5 minutes and they're going to be done. They are, you can hear them. They're like crispy. Matt, I figured you guys were doing something with your family. Or Christina's family. We were talking about having a picnic somewhere with a bunch of friends. But we got to get everybody together and actually agree on somewhere and timing and all that stuff. So, but it'd be fun to get together with friends because I don't see anybody ever. Especially over summertime. Those are almost done. Like, they're pretty crispy. At least that second level is with the air fryer basket. I'm going to take those out. And then there's like 2 minutes left. And get them tossed in something. And then we got to get our pizzas going. Probably should top our pizzas, huh? Let's get them out. So this is the keto pizza I found at Walmart. And of course it said keto and I'm like, is it really though? But it actually is not bad. 6 carbs for half a pizza. So it's still a little bit higher than if you were to make it at home because there is powdered tapioca starch in it. But the rest of the ingredients really aren't that bad. They use whey protein isolate in the crust and flax meal and eggs and water and mozzarella cheese and cauliflower. There's not actual any almond flour or coconut flour or anything in the crust. So it's way lower carb than a lot of the other ones that say they're cauliflower, but they're really not. They're filled with flours and stuff. So there actually is a decent amount of cheese on here. I'm surprised. Usually when you get a pre-made pizza, they're always skimpy on the cheese. It's all kind of to one side, but not bad at all. Maybe I won't add more cheese to mine. Adam might want more cheese on his though. That looks good. Spread out the cheese a little bit. Looks good. I'm going to add, I just sauteed up some spinach with a little bit of avocado oil, a little bit of salt, garlic powder, and some onion flakes. So I'm going to put some spinach on mine. I didn't ask Adam if he wanted any spinach. He probably wouldn't mind though. He'll eat anything. So I'll probably put bye, Matt. Thanks for coming for a minute. So, ooh, don't leave my fridge open at all because it is so hot. It just frosts everything in here. I'm going to put just a little bit, like, over the spinach so that, like, doesn't burn the spinach. I don't know how this works on pizza yet. This will be my first time using it for pizza. It actually has a pizza button. So, and you can cook on 2 levels. You can cook 2 12-inch pizzas, it says. Yeah, Adam, I would fire up the grill now. Of course you'll have spinach. Okay, so, and the biggest thing in Buffalo for their pizzas, literally Pizza Hut, we have none. We have no Wingstops. We have no Buffalo Wild Wings because they all don't survive in Buffalo because our pizza and wings are the best. I'll argue with anybody. But our pizza always has cup and char pepperoni, which is margarita. There's a couple other brands out there too, but we almost always get margarita pepperoni, and we get it in a stick and we slice it ourselves. We don't get pre-sliced pepperoni if we can help it. Sometimes we do get pre-sliced margarita, but usually I always try to slice it myself. We slice it super thin and it gets super crispy. It's delicious. And I like mine like super thin, so I'm gonna pick all my thin pieces out. I cut it with a knife so they're not perfectly symmetrical. Adam's firing out more food because we have guests for dinner too, so we gotta cook a little bit more. We're definitely eating outside because it is so hot in here. So he's firing up the grill. So there's my pizza. I'm going to do a little bit of pecorino romano on top though, because it is delicious. 2 minutes left. I'm going to pull off half those wings because they are definitely done. If I can find my pot holders, where'd the other one go? Underneath the pizza. This air fryer basket definitely cooked it way faster than the roasting tray did. So, do I want to put it right in? Yeah. I'll just put it here for now. So I don't want them to get soggy. When you make wings, you don't want to sauce them until you're like ready to eat them because they will just get soggy from the sauce. Oh, these are nice and crispy too. Nice. You can hear them. Nice and crispy. Crunchy, crunchy. I'm going to just put all these on the air fryer rack. And then we can get our pizzas going. Close this so it doesn't lose the heat. We got to change the settings. Change the racks. Actually, we're going to cook them right on the racks. So. Hot, hot. It's getting hot. Okay, so wings are done. Now, let's see. Stop. And you do function down to pizza. We're doing 2 levels. So it says 1 and 3, which is what they're at. Sweet. Just got to take out, I put this pan in the bottom because the air fryer rack was above it, and you want to keep something underneath it to catch the grease because all that would be on the bottom of your crumb tray and it'd just smoke. So you don't want to have that. So I'm going to put my pizza in and then I'm going to get Adam's out. You really see? No. The camera stuff is tricky with one person. Trying not to get anything in the way and cords and everything else. So, putting mine in here. Hopefully we won't have any messes. Too big of messes. And then we got to get Adam's out. He just got Amy's pizza. It's all organic ingredients and all really good for you. So we gotta top his. I have tried the baking powder before on wings. Yeah, they do stay crispy. I just didn't prefer the flavor it gave the wings. But I have heard about that and I have tried it. And it was a lot of work for not that much. extra outcome. But I'm going to put the rest of the spinach on his pizza. I'm definitely going to add more cheese to his. Of course, it's not going to be organic anymore. Because we buy stuff so little, when we do, it tends to go bad. We don't buy a lot of really expensive stuff because it just sits in our fridge and doesn't get used. Like this is a couple, over a month old now, I think, at least. And I was worried it was going to be moldy, and I checked it yesterday before we went grocery shopping to make sure it wasn't moldy. But it probably will be in the next week or two here. So, gotta use it up. I haven't make something else with this or have Adam use it up this week. I don't eat it all at home during the week because I pretty much intermittent fast until like 4 o'clock because we eat late. We don't get out of work until 10. Then we usually have a couple snacks when we get home. So midnight to 4 o'clock I don't usually eat anything. And 4 o'clock is when I'm at work. So I don't eat at all during the week when I'm working. At home anyways. I eat at work. You can put a lot of pepperoni really close together with margarita because it cups up and shrinks and gets really brown and crispy around the edges. Okay, his pizza's going on the top shelf. Okay, let's see how this pizza function works. It says, nope, wrong button. Temp on both boxes are 425. And we'll start with 15 minutes. We'll see what happens. I snack on pepperoni while I'm waiting. Clean up some. Mess everywhere. Nice crispy skin. If you saw my last live, I did chicken skin in my toaster oven. This replaced my toaster oven. So now it's going to be really easy to make chicken skin. Air crisp it up. Margarita pepperoni is a little spicy. Caught me in the back of the throat. But it is so good. You gotta get plates out, ready to eat. Adam hasn't come up to get the other food. Let's see, how long does it say to bake? Oh, right there. 13 to 15 minutes. So I read the foodie instructions and it said to add 4 minutes to the bake time. So it's definitely not as fast as an oven, but it doesn't heat up your kitchen as much as an oven would. So you're sacrificing a little extra time for less heat in your kitchen, which I definitely need it. I'm like dying. And it's not even the oven's not even on. Oh, I want to show you. So I used this oven earlier today for the first time, and I baked a cheesecake in a toaster oven. I was kind of bummed because I thought it would be a convection bake, and that's what we have at work. We use convection ovens in a commercial kitchen. So I thought that's how it would work. So I know how to use a convection oven. So I put the temperature down by 25 degrees and I put my cheesecake crust in there and it didn't cook. It took over 15 minutes at 325 Come to find out, it's like a regular oven. So I had to cook it at 350 for another 5 minutes, and then it browned. But I'll show you how it came out. I haven't looked at it. It's been chilling in the refrigerator for like an hour now. Can anyone guess what kind of cheesecake it is? It looks pretty good. There's a little bit of cracking, but it turned out pretty much the same as it would in an oven. And it took 45 minutes, which is not much longer than a regular oven would take. So I think that's going to be a really good option if you don't want to heat up your whole house and you still want to bake like a cheesecake. You can make it in the foodie. I'm going to see how this comes out of the pan. I didn't grease it, which is a problem. I can see like the top edge might be stuck, but the crust goes up all the way to the top, almost. So there should be enough butter in the crust to let it release from the pan. But it turned out pretty darn good. Can't wait to dig into this. It has to set for another like 2 hours though. Cover it back up. Back in the fridge it goes. Hopefully it turns out good. That'd be nice to have an alternative to turning your oven on. Gotta get some plates out. Oh, now we have an extra gas, so I think I gotta clean another plate. Okay, got 4 plates. Got our sauces. I'm probably just gonna save this to snack on. Or maybe I'll make another pizza one of these days. I just sliced up. The margarita pepperoni is 1 carb for an ounce of it. And that whole bowl was 4 ounces of pepperoni, and I only used about a half of it. So 1 carb per pizza. Not too bad. I've never heard of that kind of oven, a Cauliflower Max tabletop oven. Nice. I've never had a tabletop oven, so I'm glad I have one now that can definitely help when it's super hot out. Just definitely warm. Cupboard's open. Oh, let's toss our pesto wings. I don't know what everybody's eating. Guess I'll just put all on one plate, all on another plate, and then people can just pick off of what plates they want. I don't know. I'm flying solo in the kitchen. I guess they're watching me downstairs or something. Definitely eating outside. This pack of, I had 3 pounds of chicken wings, 1 drum, and the rest are flats. How weird is that? Strange. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14? Yeah, I think there's 32 I counted, so we're gonna toss these guys in the pesto. And we'll do it like we do at work. These are the bowls we use at work for tossing our wings. Swirl them around. Give them a toss. Oh, they look good. some Romano cheese on top. All nice and coated. Kind of like garlic parmesan wings, only pesto Romano wings. They look good. I'm going to scrape all that on top of them too, because I got some residual pesto in there. Mm-hmm. Looks good. If you want the pesto recipe, it is in my pesto and steak dinner video. It's just the little bit I had left over from the pasta. Go get your meat.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
I'll get the steaks, and Mike's coming over.
Mike's coming over too, so now we got 5.
Yeah, I don't know if he's eating.
Okay. The petite fillets in the bottom drawer, and then your steak is in the box, obviously. And then there's Chevette's chicken too, if you want to grab that. We got lots of leftovers. We got to eat up. So we have people over, and everybody eats. There you
I'll
go.
also eat lunch tomorrow.
True.
They'll have leftovers.
Should we put all the wings on one plate? Yes, probably. Get them all on there.
Alright, chicken too.
Chicken too.
Sure. Eating it all.
You gonna be done. How many minutes did I set it for? I don't remember. 15?
I figured
No.
once we had the pizzas in, I'd get these on.
Right.
I was pulled away from viewing
Okay,
when Roger showed up.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay, get back to it.
I don't remember how many minutes I put it on for.
There's no timer.
There is, but I don't remember what I actually set it for to begin with. That's why I need to write things down when I'm doing this stuff. I did my cheesecake earlier, and I was like, I gotta write down how many minutes because I would forget. Yeah, so I did. I think I did 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Those pesto wings look really good.
I know. I want to eat one. 15 minutes. Thank you, Lori. I was hoping someone would know. Yeah, 15 minutes, but I do want to turn those like halfway through, so I probably should do that then. Get carried away with other things. Looking crispy. Woo. Yeah. Ooh, this keto pizza looks nice and crispy too. I'm excited to try that. Okay, so 15. This one said 15 minutes. This one said 14 to 20. So maybe just like 4 more minutes I'll add. Oh, that's cool. So you can add time on the thing when it's still going. You can just add minutes. So that worked out good. I'm going to keep an eye on it though, because that keto one actually looked pretty crispy already. Okay, we got to toss our peanut wings. This still might be too much sauce for them. Oh well. Nice and crispy. You can hear them. I don't know if we can toss like we do with that one. It's still a little bit thicker. This is like me tossing barbecue wings at work. It's a pain in the butt because the sauce is so thick. Let's see. Now I meant to crush up some peanuts to garnish these and I forgot. Ooh, but they look good. Saucy peanut wings. Definitely gotta try one of each of these while this pizza's cooking. Start my dinner early. It's delicious. Mm. Some more sauce on them. Looks good. Front of house manager is gonna be jealous. They look good. Some peanut wings and some pesto parmesan. Oh, look so good. Can't wait to try. I want to try one. Gonna do it. Let's start with the peanut ones. Mm-hmm. Bringing me saucy chicken vibes from my Thai restaurant I love. That is delicious. Mm-hmm. I miss Thai food. I need to learn to cook more Thai food, and more Asian food in general, because that's one thing I really miss. You cannot find keto Thai, keto Asian food anywhere. Which is why I thought I should open up a keto restaurant that's Asian food, because there literally is not one anywhere. And then be a hit with gluten-free people too, not just keto. So, but I need to teach myself more.
Where's the tongs and the fork?
I did dishwashers. I did dishes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't do dishes very often.
I do the dishes.
I know, but I needed all the dishes out of the sink. I knew I'd be adding to them. Those wings are delicious. Definitely, I'll have the recipe down below because I measured everything. I would definitely put some extra because it made a lot. That'll stay in your fridge for a good long while though. I would just give it a little pop in the microwave on low power to like loosen it back up. But serve some on the side to like dip like the, because once you eat the outside, you have the meat inside the wings. You can like dip in the peanut sauce. It's super good. Pesto parmesan wings. Like garlic parmesan, but even better. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, but that is delicious. Oh. No, I've never seen pesto parmesan. Why not? They do garlic parmesan, which pretty much is the same thing, only you're adding basil and some kind of nut to it. And there's already parmesan in pesto. It's a good idea. Super delicious. I'm gonna check my keto pizza. Oh, it's done. And what am I gonna put this on? I grabbed out some racks, so hopefully this will be easy to get onto here. We shall see. Let's see. I need this hand free for here. This hand. Let's see. This keto pizza is definitely done. And it actually looks really freaking good. I can't remember the price on it. I mean, all our stuff's expensive, so I very rarely look at price if I want to just buy something. And if it tastes good, I'll buy it again, but like I bought keto ice cream bars. They were super expensive. Not worth it. If this is good though, I may buy this again. Because I buy the Quest pizzas, which are okay, but they're like kind of, they make my stomach hurt because they have gluten in them still. Oh, that looks really good. I'm excited to try that. Let's see his. His looks really good too. I bet the Amy's is going to be delicious. I can't eat it because there's gluten in it. but it's all good ingredients. So there's his pizza. Looks yummy. Can I get it over here without spilling it off the rack? That would suck. Make some room. Oh. Okay, there we go. Pizzas are down and out of the oven. And now my cord's right in front. There we go. So there's the keto pizza right in front there. Let's slice into him. I guess I'm just going to put him right down on the board. Huh? Ooh. It's like super crispy. So that only took 15, then I set it for another 4, and it got down to 2. 19, so 17 minutes to cook a keto pizza. You can hear it's like crunchy. So it's only 6 grams of net carbs for a half of this pizza. I'm probably only going to eat half because I'm going to have a bunch of wings too. But I'm probably going to burn my mouth on this. But I was really excited to find a different keto option for pizza that didn't have like weird ingredients and stuff in it. It's not bad. I'm used to our pizza sauce. And no one does our pizza sauce like we have in Buffalo. So a lot of times when you get frozen pre-made pizzas, the sauce is like completely not what we use. We usually use like a real sweet sauce. But it's hot. But it holds together. This gives me an idea. Maybe I'll make a pizza crust. Whey protein. I don't like using like, I eat the fathead dough, but I don't like to eat it often because I don't feel good afterwards. It's just too much cheese and, you know, just heaviness. You know, especially because you're usually eating wings and stuff too on top of it. But if I can make a crust out of like egg and a little bit of cheese and whey protein powder, that'd be the ticket. This is holding up pretty good. I'm going to keep it on my rack so it stays crispy while I eat we all eat our dinner. But the taste is really good. Of course, I added my own stuff to it because that's me. I almost never eat anything straight out of the freezer, like as it is. I always doctor it or add something to it. I never eat just a piece of pizza frozen out of the package with not doing anything to it. But this is definitely a good option. I'm excited to have this, and I found it at Walmart. I will probably look up this brand and find it at Walmart and see how much I paid for it. But, I mean, it even looks better in person than it did on the box. Like, I'm really surprised that it looked so good and tastes really good, too. It has smoked provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, Romano. Wow. It's gluten-free. Sonoma flatbreads. Simply honest, tasty ingredients. It's pretty cool that I found this at Walmart. And I've never heard of it. Sonoma flatbreads. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this live stream. We got to eat all this delicious food now. So thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys try one of these recipes. I'll repaste the basil pesto recipe from my other live stream, and I'll put the pizza sauce down there. The peanut sauce, not pizza sauce. I'll put the peanut sauce down below for you so you guys can have your own peanut Thai peanut chicken wings. And I'll put how long I cooked them on my foodie. I don't know if it really matters to you. I just cook them until they're crispy. But that's going to be about it, I think. Thank you guys for joining me. I will enjoy, Lori. You enjoy your evening also. Thanks for joining. Thanks for talking. And I will see you guys all soon with more keto dessert recipes. Bye, guys.